What is up, y'all? I hope y'all are doing all right. It's your boy Akasan. What? Damn. I got a new haircut. Because this shit is crazy. I don't know if you guys can tell. I whacked off some of... I got that cool summer breeze, y'all. Let's make sure we're all set up here. And I hope y'all can hear me okay. Y'all sucks berry. What? Sucking what? What the fuck you suck? Anyways. What's up, Ragman? Make sure you guys can hear me okay. We got some of that lo-fi energy coming in, and that's good. Make sure everything's muted up so we don't have any feedback. All right, we good here. Cool. All right, so it's been a while. My apologies about that. It's summertime, so I have been a little bit busy. I haven't been able to pay so much attention to YouTube. Patreon, they're still getting their stuff, but because, you know, they pay for it. But YouTube, I haven't had too much time to work with you guys because I only have 2 days off, but those 2 days I've been using for this actual summer and going out, enjoying life. I've been going to the beach, a few other things. It's been interesting, but now we're starting to slowly get back into the thick of things, especially with school starting next month, among other things. Summer is, for the most part, summer in Japan is almost over in terms of the beach weather. It's getting a little bit cooler, but more importantly, around Tokyo and those areas, the jellyfish have taken over. They moved in and they're like, this is our yard now. So for the most part, nobody can go swimming anymore around Tokyo. And it is what it is, you know. I'm cool with that, I guess. I should spend, and I got to get ready for New York Comic-Con anyways, which is coming up in 2 months. Less than 2 months, but I'll be going to New York, or I'll be on the East Coast for about 2 weeks. So we got New York Comic-Con. Then I'll be headed to Toronto for a short minute. Then after that, in all likelihood, I'll be headed to another state, Ohio, gozaimasu. Then I'm going to come back to, I'm thinking Jersey, probably Jersey, and for a week, I'll just stay on the East Coast. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, though. I don't know if I'll shop around or just chill in an Airbnb. I'm not really sure yet, but I just left it open just in case there's opportunities that come up at Comic-Con that I can follow up on a little bit later. That'd be kind of cool, right? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the news, okay? First and foremost, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the James Gunn situation. I know it's old news. It's a bit old news, but I just want to follow up on this one here. The fact that Disney has put for the most part, a hard no. Like, they are still going with the fact that they're going to not bring James Gunn back. And for better or worse, it's happening. Or it's not happening. They're not bringing him back. They might use his script. Nothing has been confirmed right now. They might use his script, but for the most part, the foreseeable future of James Gunn coming back to direct Guardians of the Galaxy, That is a no now. And obviously, Batista was not happy about that. Many members of the cast were not happy about that. The industry was not happy about that. Uh, because, as I mentioned before, it does set a terrible precedence. And I'm really surprised Disney took a stance on this one, but I also know why they did this, because they messed up early on with the knee-jerk reaction of firing him days, like less about a day after the controversy started. So they would look kind of bad if they went back on what they decided. Regardless, they didn't hire him back, and like I said, it sets a terrible precedence for what can happen in the future, in terms of if somebody can get fired for something that happened 9 years ago, then pretty much nobody in the entertainment industry is safe. I'll tell you that right now. We already saw what happened with the Rick and Morty dude, which I think was far worse. But fuck, man. But I think I already talked about this, about the whole thing about crimping creativity, and it really disturbs me. I'm not really. None of this actually sits well with me, in the fact that this is what it's come to at this point now, that you can get fired for things you've done 9 years ago, and you didn't even commit a crime. You just talked about shit. So, and obviously there's a lot of more details going into all of that, of what surrounds that, but I still don't think that Disney should have done that, and I still stand behind a firm idea that they should have rehired him, brought him back in, and just gone about their business. I personally am on the idea that they should just straight cancel Guardians of the Galaxy 3 altogether. And I'm on the fence right now about whether or not I'll be supporting Volume 3 if they do make it. But I think it's leaving a bad it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth, all of it in general. And depending upon how, if they even continue with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, depending upon how they feel about it or how they handle it, and on top of that, how I still feel about it, we'll see if I'll be supporting it or not. So we'll see. That's all. There you go. All right. Let's continue with the next story. The more in latest news. Let's go with the CW one. I think that's good, right? Did I change the thumbnail, by the way? I want to make sure that I picked the right thumbnail. Like, what kind of thumbnail are you guys seeing? Because I want to know. I want to make sure. I don't know if I did it correctly, because I was kind of in a hurry when I put that one together. It should be the CW one, right? Yeah. All right. Let us continue. Yes. All right. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Okay, Superman and Spider-Man. Thank you, Connor. Tyler Hoechlin returns as Superman for annual CW superhero crossover with Lois Lane. This one's coming from Deadline Hollywood. Look! Up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Tyler Hoechlin returning as Superman for the CW's epic Arrowverse crossover event, and he's bringing Lois Lane with him. He'll fly in as the Man of Steel for CW's annual DCWB TV crossover. He will be joined by his iconic character, Lois Lane. Casting for the Daily Planet journalist Superman's love interest will begin soon. We couldn't be more excited to introduce Lois Lane into the Arrow universe, said Jessica Queller and Robert Rovner. This dogged, determined, and brave reporter will make for a strong partner to Superman and amazing addition to our universe of DC characters. Nah. The 3-night crossover event kicks off with The Flash at 8 p.m. Sunday, December 9th, followed by Arrow at 8 p.m. December 10th, and capping off with Supergirl on December 11th. For this year's crossover, The Flash and Supergirl will swap time slots. The Flash normally airs on Tuesdays and Supergirl on Sunday. Arrow starts in its regular Monday night slot. I wonder why. Is The Flash going to do something? Story-wise, is The Flash going to do something that's going to trigger the events? God damn it. Barry, again. Like, it is kind of interesting that why are they going to bring in Superman? All I know is that if that's the case, we're in for some crazy shit. I bet you. I hope so. Because he was kind of missing from the last CW crossover. Even though that was their best one. They didn't really need him. Actually, was he in there? No, he wasn't. I don't even think he was mentioned in passing, right? That was the season finale of Supergirl. All right. Flash is first, probably because it's the most viewed show. Yeah, you're probably right. They need a strong intro because it didn't work so well with Supergirl starting things off, I think, last time. All right. That's that. My thoughts on it, whatever. Like, I honestly didn't think that'd be big news, but it is kind of cool that the dude is coming back as Superman. I definitely agree that he should beef up a little bit more. I mean, he's not going to get to Cavill levels, but if he beefed up just a little bit more and whitened his teeth a little bit more, because I noticed when he was in Supergirl, sometimes his teeth were a bit yellow, and like even my teeth, I think, are brighter. I'm just saying, Superman is supposed to be like All Might and have a smile. Everybody can enjoy. Hold on. Let's see if you can see my pearly whites. Yeah. Looking kind of yellow on camera here too. I guess it all depends on lighting. Because even the photo that I'm looking at right now, his teeth don't look so bad. But I just maybe it has something to do with all the green screen and CG effects when they have to do the coloring. His teeth come in a little more yellow than they need to be. Akasan, always paying attention to the details here, right? Yeah, who plays Lois? They're casting right now. I'm down with anybody. I honestly don't care too much as long as it's executed well. We already talked about Ruby Rose playing Batwoman. I'm for that. I have no problem with it. I do not appreciate what the Grace Randolph's stance on all that other her way of handling women quitting Twitter, and it's like, well, who the fuck gets paid to post on Twitter? Who the fuck gets paid to get all that abuse all the time? Like, that's not part of the job to go, like, handle PR management and shit like that. That's why you have agents. So if they want to quit, it's fine. All right, let's continue. Next story. Hans Zimmer comes out of superhero retirement to score Wonder Woman 1984. Hans Zimmer is officially out of superhero retirement. You might remember him. His last movie that he did was Batman v Superman, right? Yeah. He said that's the last one he was going to do. He was done with it after that. Batman v Superman broke him. All right. Zimmer, who wrote the music for Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, Man of Steel, and Batman v Superman, claimed he was done with superhero movies in 2016. Since then, he's hinted that he would come back if someone had a really great idea, and it sounds like Wonder Woman 1984 was it. I am interested in that. Hans Zimmer, HansZimmer.com is reported that Zimmer has officially signed on to score the Wonder Woman sequel, Wonder Woman 1984. Zimmer, along with Junkie XL, wrote the iconic Wonder Woman theme that we first heard in Batman v Superman. Are you excited that Hans Zimmer is back to score? Okay, whatever. No shit. Wait, I'm reading something else. Zimmer has been linked to X-Men Dark Phoenix, but there are a lot of rumors about the future of that movie after release. No shit. Is he really going to score that as well? That might be interesting. If he comes back, I'm down with it. It's just my only thing about that is I wonder about the tone, because so far everything I've seen in the marketing with everything in the marketing that I've seen with Wonder Woman 84 has been this very retro 80s sort of appeal, and I've never I've never thought like, yeah, Hans Zimmer totally got that feeling. This dude is from Germany too, right? So like, I'm really wondering, like, what is he bringing to the table? Because no doubt about it, he is an epic dude. He's an epic dude, and he's put out some epic music that I will cherish for all time. But his stuff is epic. 80s style? Like Stranger Things. What's another like 80s show that's been kind of popular recently? That one episode of Black Mirror. Like, I don't know. It doesn't really seem like they seem really apart from each other. But if anybody can be versatile, it's definitely him. So I would be very curious as to how he'll be handling it. If not, maybe only some of the movie is really going to have that feeling with the 80s music style. But it always seems to be the sort of trend that when you do an 80s style music, you have to have that 80s 80s style movie, you have to have that 80s style music. So I don't know, maybe Wonder Woman's going to be a little different. So I'll be curious to see where they go with that. All right. And I think I only have one more topic before we start taking the phone calls. Oh, was that it? Was that it? Oh, I think that was it, actually. Huh. Hans Zimmer, Wonder Woman, crossover, and I think James Gunn. Huh. I guess that was it. Okay. All right, y'all. Yeah, let's not go for extreme feminism. Now is your time. Now is the moment you've been waiting for. You can go ahead and give me a call on the hotline. Shout outs to the 28 people watching right now. I feel like there was one more thing I was supposed to talk about, but maybe not. Okay, maybe that was it. There's a Death Note sequel? I didn't know that. All right, you guys give me a call here on my hotline. And that's going to be at... I forgot the number. Okay. What up, Brian? 213-674-6007. 213-674-2007. The phone lines are open. Give me a call. And we'll put you on. Let's chat about any of these topics. And that's it. No reaction requests. Not bad, Brian. I was just thinking about you. I went to Hooters the other day. 213-674-6007. Give us a call, baby. Be the first to get on. I'm wondering if I'm actually streaming a little too late in the day for me. It's fine for me, but I think for a lot of you guys, it's already kind of late. So it's a little harder for people to call on in or tune in. And frequency is key, my friends. I think my phone is active. Yeah. I agree with you, Connor. I guess nobody wants to call in today. It is kind of late, I guess. It is kind of late. I don't know. And I didn't promote this stream at all. I just decided to do it and see what's up. But if you guys want to call, no problem. 213-674-6007. Everyone is shy. I suppose so. That's the deal. Anybody know about the just a moment. Comics Plus, who this? Hold on a second. Say it again.
Ashu Punjabi.
Oh, what's up, Ashu? Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, dude, good. I was actually about to head to sleep, but then you just went live, so I thought of coming by and talking with you.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you for calling in. Anything you want to particularly talk about?
Well,
where are you calling from, actually?
Chicago.
Oh, no shit. Okay. Cool. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Been watching the channel for a while?
Yeah, I think I've been watching the channel for I think during Batman v Superman. Oh no, I've been watching since you did the reaction for Arrow Season 3, Episode 9.
Ah.
Season finale.
That's a good one. Yeah, that terrible ending. With you're talking about the Felicity one, right?
No, not the Felicity one. The one that Arrow gets stabbed right to the chest with a.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was terrible too. That was but that was. When you're
watching it for. Go ahead.
No, sorry. Okay, now sorry, I was switching over, but that was the beginning of the end of Arrow. For that Ra's al, we didn't kill Arrow. Ra's al Ghul killed Arrow.
Well, here's the thing. When I watched that for the first time, just watched that for the first time, I was shocked as hell.
Oh, everybody was, yeah.
Yeah, everybody was, and I think that was during that time, and when you were just watching episode 9 of season 3 and nothing else, that was a really good mid-season finale for just during that time. But I get what you're saying, how that was sort of the beginning of the end.
Yep.
For Arrow, and then the whole Felicity stuff, which is I get what you
trash.
What you mean, but trash.
But
from season 4.
Oh, at the time that was great though. Yeah, at the time, but he never really, or the show really never came back from that momentum afterwards. So That's the problem. That's why.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
the beginning of the end. Yeah. Yeah.
But then they did really pick it back up in like season 5.
Yeah,
where
they did.
Like, they try to go back to basics with everything.
The redemption season. We need
Yes,
one of those for the Flash right now.
I think I have hopes because if Arrow can do it with season 5, I think Flash can do it with season 5. I think that's sort of like the thing. Like CW can do a season 4 or like a mid season 3 after the mid season finale, right? I think season 5 is gonna be better. I don't know why CW has that problem where
Lazy.
they're not really good like season.
They get lazy, and then they had a lot of internal changes with their staff and writing, and like they sometimes go on these they're building a universe, so then they sometimes go on autopilot with their other shows, and they're like, let's just have a bunch of relationship stuff and forget about the drive of the show. They don't get hungry anymore, but it's cool. Yeah, no, it's cool. Like, I'll tell you what though, the only CW show that the only DC TV show that I'm really hyped about right now is Arrow. That's the one that I'm looking forward to. That trailer was so good. If he stays in jail for half the season, I will be fine. That will be that looks so good. Everything else, meh, I'm all right with. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been looking at like his Instagram stuff and his Twitter stuff of him like shooting, and I think he's like saying like I've been like kicked. Got my ass kicked for the portion for all 4 episodes of season 7 that he had for the duration of the show. So I hope that it's not like the entire from like season episode 1 to episode 9. Maybe like from episode 5 or episode 6 they can bring him back. So that we can do like the crossover and all that.
Yeah, I agree. His stuff is much more interesting actually when he's out of the costume. When he was a Mayor Queen, I thought that worked actually really well for him, and Diggle was in the suit. Knowing it was temporary, it still worked really well, but then it got a little messy when everything went on hold. But it's all good. I hope I trust what they're doing with the new writers and the new direction with Kissenberg balancing out. So I think we're in store for a pretty good season. We have filled the city.
You have filled the city, yeah. Ooh. And I've also been reading a little bit on like season 7, and I found this like article from Screen Rant, and basically they say season 7 of Arrow will push the limits of what can be shown on network television. So like Arrow has always been the most violent of all 4 Arrowverse shows. I agree with that. As the season is known for its dark tone and brutal fight scenes, it's certainly true that Arrow has a lot more restrictions in terms of what it could do with violence on the CW and shows on Netflix. And then there's one quote right here where it says, "We are trying to go as far as you can go within the confines of our network and what is expected of us and what we can and can't do. We are not on Netflix, so we will never be able to
That's a good point.
But we are damn sure going to try."
That's a good point. Well, I think I hope they will push the limits really hard. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, man, thank you for the call. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dude. All right, talk to you next time. You're welcome. Talk to you next time. Peace, man.
You too.
All right, cool, guys. Give me a call up here, 213. I gotta remember this number. Oh, here we go. Hey, Comics Plus, what's up? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Wait, is this actually? Oh my God. Wait, is this actually you?
Who? Who are you trying to reach?
You.
Then who's me?
Akasan.
Yeah, it's me, man. What's up?
Hey, yo, what's up? Wait, I'm watching you live, but
Oh, okay.
I'm a few seconds behind, actually.
Mute the screen, dude. Mute the screen.
Hang on, mute.
Yeah, technology.
Wait,
we're not that caught up yet.
All right.
All right, where you call? Who's this?
My name's Steven.
Steven. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
Well, I don't, not living. Okay. Wait, yo, hi.
Hi. Where are you calling from?
Hi. From Queens.
Queens. Brooklyn.
Hey.
Hey.
Bruh.
You're from Spider-Man's hometown. Okay.
Oh my God.
What?
Tom Holland's hometown?
Yeah. No, just Spider-Man.
Hey.
Tom Holland's from England. All right. Which topic did you want to talk about?
I guess I'll. Ooh, why don't we talk about when the Avengers 4 trailer will come out, or maybe Captain Marvel?
November. Avengers 4 is
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
I have my own theory. You want to hear it?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So usually November is when they release the trailer for the May movie.
Right.
That's usually the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Now Captain Marvel is coming out in kind of Marchish, a little bit earlier.
Right.
Which not so much marketing time. So I'm guessing they're gonna release it by September, when I start school.
Yeah.
Or maybe even now. Maybe they could just surprise us any day now. And
My guess, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be coming out before New York Comic-Con. Right before, because right around that same time is when it's not really connected, but right around the same time is when the Punisher trailer dropped last year for Netflix, and then New York Comic-Con started up. Yeah. So it's not necessarily connected, but we're probably going to be getting a Miss Marvel trailer relatively soon. So
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Fair enough. I get it confused with Shazam. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that could work. Maybe Captain Marvel before New York Comic Con, and then after that we get Avengers the month after, November.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're definitely getting a teaser for Avengers for late. I would say
the end of the year.
Late October, late November, just definitely before the end of the year, because they definitely want to be pushing Avengers 3 on Blu-ray and all the collection situations, and they're not going to let us forget how impactful that movie was. So
all that's already out right now, so they can just focus on. Well, actually, you know what? I think they have to release Ant-Man and the Wasp on Blu-ray first,
right,
and then they can focus on everything else after that.
In all likelihood, when Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out, they're probably going to have some behind-the-scenes footage of Avengers 4, just so people will go and buy that Blu-ray. I would.
Wait, behind the scenes of Avengers? No, it'll be truly from them.
Like a featurette, just a featurette about the ending of Ant-Man and the Wasp. They'll probably dive into it just a little bit more and give a few scenes of Avengers 4, just so people will go out and cop that, because that's the only reason I went to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp. So.
Oh, to see if they would show anything afterwards?
Exactly, yes. Just behind the scenes type of stuff.
They did show that, what's his face, Lost and the parents died, so I guess that's,
Yeah, totally.
Because they have connected it to Infinity War.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
I want to keep it Marvel here, so what else?
All right. All right, well, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hopefully you can do this again, and
I'm always here.
I'll line up.
I'm always here. Queen's in the house. Thanks for calling in, man.
Okay, bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Why did I change my channel name to Comics Plus? Because people know who they're dealing with. I got bought by Disney. I gotta delete all my tweets now. Comics Plus, what up? What's up, man? Who's this?
What's up, man?
What up?
How's it going?
I'm good. Who's this?
I'm Luke Helm from Nashville, Tennessee.
Luke from Nashville, Tennessee. What up? Well, I've never been there before, but what's up? That's all I got from that. Cool, man. What did you want to talk about? Yeah.
I just want to talk about, like, you have any predictions for Avengers 4? Like, you have any, like, ideas? Do you think that could be going on?
People will die. That's not. I think my only prediction is the fact that we're gonna get blown away again. There's no way they could make such a movie like they did in Avengers 3 and then have a disappointing movie in Avengers 4. I just don't see it possible. So whatever we're expecting, I think that shit's gonna turn us upside down for Avengers 4. So that's all.
Yeah, no, like I completely agree, man. Like, I didn't expect some of that stuff in Avengers 3.
Yeah.
I didn't expect, like, everyone to go.
Yep.
Some people, but, like,
yep.
but, you know.
It's gonna shock us.
Yeah, you could go anyway at this point. I mean.
And I love that. I love the fact that we're always guessing and we don't know what's gonna happen next.
They like point you in one direction and then it just goes in the complete other. It's pretty wild, but.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, totally, man.
All right, man. Well, I just wanted to give you a call, see what's up.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks for calling from Nashville, Tennessee, y'all. All right. Sorry.
No problem,
Had to
man.
do
I
it.
appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much, man. Peace.
No problem. Peace.
All right, y'all. Give me a call up on the phone number here. 213. I think 76 out here's what already. I don't even have time. All right. Let's go. Comics Plus. Who this? Hello. Thanks for calling in. What's up, Comics Plus? Who this?
Hey, Akasan, this is Ryan
What up, Ryan? Where you calling from?
from Arizona.
Hey, okay. That's is it hot over there right now?
Hot and humid. It sucks out
I see you're hot and humid, and I raise you in humidity from Nihon, from Japan.
All right. Look, I mean, you beat me this time, but I'll call back and I'll have another thing to complain about.
It sounds good, man. What did you want to talk about this time?
I wanted to talk about the Superman and Lois to the CW crossover.
Okay, sounds good.
Specifically, I think it's a great idea, but I don't know. I sort of want them to do more, I guess. I guess by more, I mean I want them to have more characters in these crossovers. Like characters that you don't have shows for, I guess. The only example I can think of that is a bad idea or a bad example is like Civil War with like Black Panther. I didn't know anything about Black Panther. He never had a solo movie, but man, he had a strong presence. He was a character. He had a whole arc to him.
Okay.
Or,
and he almost had more too. Yeah. He almost was in there. He was almost in there a lot more if it wasn't for Spider-Man. But I think it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, and I mean, that's another example. Another one I can think of is like in Flash when he goes over to like the other universe or whatever, and he meets his other alternate self, and like they see the phone and it's like the different superheroes.
I got
Superman, or I don't know, like something cool like that where you can just have this like, because I think CW is going through like the slog right now. So I guess his Flash has sort of went Arrow has went good to sort of Black Lightning's great because it's this new and fresh take.
True.
And then Legends of Tomorrow is great, and I haven't really caught up with Supergirl, so I can't say anything about that. But I just think even if you just introduce some characters and you can just put them on the back burner, maybe.
Okay.
I think it might spice things up a little bit.
Well, I think
TV budget.
I think that's exactly what they're actually testing right now. They're testing the waters to see how people will react to Superman being involved a little bit more. Who's somebody else they were testing? You know, they have the Elastic Man Ralph in there. I mean, that's how Legends of Tomorrow was particularly born about, because they had all these interesting spin-off characters and they decided to do their own thing. Now, the only question is, if you were to have, like, for example, they have Batwoman, there's not enough time slots in CW's lineup for everybody, so somebody sooner or later is gonna have to go. So that's the question you have to ask yourself, is if you're willing to part with Arrow, which is already going to be in its 7th season right now, and it's almost, 10 is the lucky number, right? But after that, is it time for Arrow to leave and Batwoman take over? Supergirl, which has its foundation, it has its fans, but maybe not as strong as they would like things to be. Or Legends of Tomorrow, which essentially I could particularly see Legends of Tomorrow sort of having an end and be done for the most part, and then having the team change up, so to speak, or like you said, put Legends of Tomorrow on the back burner, and then an all new sort of League of Superheroes or something takes over. Another team up type of show happens on the side. Things like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I think I'm not going to get the name right of the superhero, but in Flash, where they had the Ray or whatever, and like Earth X,
right,
stuff like that, like even adding characters like that too. Where I think Ray has like a CWC type animated show or something like that now.
He does, yeah.
But like if you just add more characters like that, because I think that's what makes it so cool and dynamic. It's just this whole world building. It's like the story's not just them. There's other people fighting. So I could say, but
the only argument you also have to look at is the fact that Arrow actually suffered heavily from that when they were building Legends of Tomorrow. That was, if I remember correctly, that was actually during Arrow's worst season, because the writing was so drawn out that they really didn't have time the writers were so burnt out building up the Legends of Tomorrow, they didn't really have time to focus on the main characters, and we saw suffrage from Arrow on that. Even Stephen Amell, he commented on that. It's like in season 5, he was hoping for season 5 that they would be able to just really focus on the core characters and instead of supporting other shows like that. And because of that, we had a great season 5. So
yeah.
So there's that. It's a balancing act. That is definitely for sure. But at least the CW is a little bit brighter than the DCEU for now.
A little bit, yeah.
For now.
Hey, that's all I wanted to talk about.
I appreciate it, man.
It's an idea that I had, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for calling in, dude.
Yep, have a good night.
All right, you too, man. Peace. Give me a call, 213-674-6007. I'm pretty sure that's the number. If not, call that person anyways. Comics Plus, who is this? What's up?
Yo, what's up, Akasan?
What's up? Who's this?
It's Brian, man.
Hey, what's up, man? Brian, long-time fan here. He actually came to Japan, ladies and gentlemen, and we had a small meet and greet, and we saw a lot of Hooters at Hooters, and it was hot. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was my first time being at any Hooters. I had never been to Hooters right here in the States. Sorry.
I just went there a few days ago. I just went there. The quality has improved a little bit. Not the food.
Yeah?
Yeah, the women, though. Yeah, it's been all right. So what's up, man? Yeah.
Good, man. Oh, nothing much right now, man. Just, I don't know if this is in your list of topics to discuss, but I really, really wanted to get your opinion on it. Have you reviewed or have you
seen the Death of Superman, the new animated?
I have actually. It's available on Patreon. The full commentary is available. So with the $5 tier, $5 a month, that'll get you access to everything, like Gary Oldman, everything, full reactions, but plus the Death of Superman, so you can watch that along. And the review is also available on YouTube for free, so you can definitely check that out. I liked it though. I liked it. Yeah, I watched it with me, Dante, and Callie. We all watched it together. It was cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, the reason why I wanted to touch that is like, this is like the first DC animated movie from like their new, like their new, I don't know, like with this new kind of animation.
The world of DC
kind of style that I've actually liked.
Right.
All the other ones have been like mad, like Batman versus Robin, Justice League Teen Titans, like all of those really kind of like turned off my interest for the DC animated universe. But this Superman movie, granted, I mean, I don't know, when I met, I think I was wearing a Superman shirt too. Like, Superman is like the best hero, and I feel like this movie actually got it right. Like, I feel like this movie actually gave me hope.
I agree.
For the rest of the DC, because I think it was just going in a weird direction, too Batman centric, too like kind of like putting things together, like. I don't know, but this movie actually, I just can't wait for the other movie, the what's it called?
Hush?
The Reign of
Superman.
The
Reign of Superman, yeah. I think they're treating it really well because I'll be the first to admit, like when they first announced it, I was like, didn't they just do the Death of Superman like a few years ago, animated?
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things that a lot of people had said was while watching this version, while watching it, people automatically couldn't stop but compare it to the way they handled Batman v Superman and the Death of Superman in that movie, because there are a lot of thematic comparisons where you're like, damn, this is what how Zack Snyder should have built it up if he was going to go that far into it. So I think they really handled it really well, and it's still amazing how good they did it. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. Cause just the other movies, they were just kind of lackluster, a bit like I don't know. It kind of turned me off from the DCAU movies for a bit.
I could see that.
It really got me back. Yeah, it's just remember like those older ones like Batman Under the Red Hood.
Of course.
All-Star Superman, all those classics that really, I think, not only were they enjoyable, but I think they got, or at least me, like they got people into comics because these were based off of actual storylines.
Right, and I think that's the other problem, because it wasn't really universe building like this other one was, and that's why it was more related directly as an adaptation and not as a universe building type of situation. But I'm not saying there's much wrong with it, but they're still gonna need some sort of connection piece. So but I think it worked. I think it worked really well, and I'm excited for Hush. My favorite of the older ones is actually Under the Red Hood or Crisis on Two Earths, which was Dwayne Duffy's, one of his last adaptions. Rest in peace to Dwayne McDuffie. But the animation style on that was really good as well. But I'm enjoying everything that's coming on the animated side right now. Like you said, there was a bit of a burnout because for the longest time we always thought DC was great. Their animated stuff was great, but it was getting a little stagnant. But it's getting better. It's getting better now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and then with the new season of Young Justice coming up, I think that's really I'm excited for. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are excited for that. But we'll see how that goes, especially with that new DC Universe network subscription thing that they have going on. Teen Titans. What is it? Outsiders. There you go.
Yeah. But in terms of the animated stuff, I agree. Like, I think DC is, I would say, I don't know if I'm going to trigger people, but I would say they are ahead of Marvel.
Animated wise?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
From what I've heard in the Rumorville or so, the main reason Marvel doesn't focus on their animated projects so much anymore is because there's not really a lot of money to be made in animation anymore when they can focus on their TV shows and obviously the movies as well. So that's one of the main reasons is it's just too expensive to really set up a good animation studio, and the profits coming back from it aren't really that strong. So I think WB has the benefit of already having Warner Brothers animation in-house, so it becomes a little bit cheaper to do. But if Marvel was to do that, they really it gets really expensive for them to do. So that's one of the reasons they don't really focus so much on it unless it's aimed toward kids. So that's why.
No, that makes sense. Because it's kind of tricky, because you could gear it towards, like, let's say, a very young audience, but
yeah.
How they get their money is, I think, through toy sales. But right now with this generation, like, I mean, let's be honest, how many kids play with toys now with action figures?
No, they do. I mean, yeah. If anything, it's more older people buying the $100 toys and things like that now. But like I was just kind of saying, is like, I've been to WB Animation. I've actually took a tour there a few years ago, behind the scenes type of deal, and they do a lot of work, and they really care about you wouldn't really know how many projects they're actually working on that never see the light of day, which is I don't like some of the stuff that I saw that I'm not at liberty to talk about. I don't even think it actually ever came out, and it's a shame, but that just shows how many different projects they're working on, but how many only how few get through. But like you said, with the new DC network, maybe that will change. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. I think that's definitely. I don't think it's ever well, I know DC's kind of see how that's going to work. But I mean, it's. I'm just excited for the new stuff that DC's coming out and pushing, and the fact that they finally got, Superman right in the storyline for a long time. It's kind of like refreshing. It's super refreshing because he's either really dark, he's either like, I don't know, the Henry Cavill Superman. Just I feel like. How can I say it? How can I say it without offending it? There's something missing.
There's kind of like that.
Yeah, there's something missing. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But and I feel bad.
Really refreshing.
I feel bad for him because he's become a better actor now with Mission Impossible and some other stuff. But he hasn't really been able to play the Superman that I think he really wanted to. Not just yet, but hopefully they'll get it all together in the future, right? Right.
Honestly, man, I just want a reboot already.
I
don't know. I don't know, man. DC has just. I think they failed me already so many times. I'm really skeptical now on anything. The Shazam movie kind of had me a little bit with hope because it looks. Shazam's another favorite character.
Funny.
Of mine, so it looks like they're doing him justice. But all the other ones, I'm very, very skeptical. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be tuning in for those.
Damn.
Yeah.
You have failed this fandom. Well, right on, Brian. Thank you for calling in, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Take it easy, Akasan. Take care, dude.
Take care, man. Talk to you next time. Yeah. Peace.
You got it. All right.
Later. All right, you guys, give me a call up. 213-674-6007, baby. 213-674-6007. I'm here. We'll probably do this about 15 more minutes, and that is it. That movie was 3 hours? I didn't know that. I'm watching Mission Impossible right now. I'm catching up right now on it. I did not know that movie is 3 hours. Fuck. That's how I felt about with the, I'm catching up on the Mission Impossible movies, and I felt that one of them was really too long already. Comics Plus, who's this?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Corey.
Corey, what's up, man? Where you calling from?
Ohio.
Gozaimasu. Okay, cool. What would you like to talk about today?
I was just wondering about your opinions on the new Spider-Man game and Avengers 4. Maybe Captain Marvel.
The new Spider-Man game? Well, I'm getting it, so whenever it comes out in a few weeks, right? I will be playing it, so I'm looking forward to that. And Captain Marvel, what?
What are your opinions on it? Are you
The
like?
Captain Marvel movie, my opinion is I have no opinion right now because we haven't really seen much to anything yet. So it could be bad. It's probably going to be good. But anything that continues on in the story, if we get the are we calling them scrolls or skulls? The scrolls. If we get that storyline, and if we get some sort of like secret invasion storyline, that would be great. I don't know how they could handle that in the cinematic universe, but the comic storyline of it was amazing. That was a great situation. So we'll see. Yeah.
What are your opinions on the Venom suit and how it has no spider logo and all that?
The Venom suit and no Spider-Man webbing, not a big fan. It looks too generic, and as a fan, I have questions about it, but hopefully with a little bit of patience, all will be answered. But as of right now, they're not really doing a really good job of getting me on board, like super hyped for this movie. But I understand there's contractual obligations that makes this a little concerning. So we'll see. It's more of a wait and see for me at this point. I wish it was more connected to the Spider Universe, but I also understand why it's not.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed not to see the Finisher 6 and Amazing Spider-Man 3, or if they ever decided to make it.
Right. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Cool?
Yeah.
All right, man.
That's all.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
Yep.
Peace.
Bye. Peace.
All right, give me a call. 213-674-67. Wait. Yeah. 213-674-6007. Here we go. What up, Red Dread Nation Comics Plus? Hi.
Hi, Akasan.
What's up? Who's this?
So, Alex, and I'm from Texas.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? Yeehaw. How you doing today?
Pretty good.
Good. All right. What did you want to talk about?
So, I'm pretty sure you heard about the news about Superman on the crossover.
Right. We talked about it early on. Yeah.
I think that's a really good deal for them to do. Only because since they only did him for I think it was season 2 of Supergirl, so bringing them on to do the crossover is an awesome deal.
Yeah, totally. I think it's a good way to preview them. Just have him show up every once in a while, and hopefully he's a little more buff by that time. But I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it'll be exciting. I don't think it's overshadowing the crossover, but we'll see how they handle it. It sounds like they just needed some sort of news to report, and it is what it is. But it's a little weird that we are actually making a big deal out of it, though. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see it. It's not like we haven't seen him already on the CW. That's the thing. We've already seen him in a few episodes already, so it's not like he's gonna have a big difference. But we'll see.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Was that it? Or that's it. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. All right, cool, man, right?
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. All right, let's see. You guys can hit me up on the phone here. Incredible Tom. Akasan, before you make a last call, allow me to say something a little quick. Hello? Comics Plus. What's up? I think I hit the wrong button. There we go. Hello, Comics Plus. What's up? Mushy mushy. That might have been my bad. Hold on. Let me take a quick break from the phone calls. Or not. Comics Plus, who this?
There we go. I think I'm getting something here.
You
what up, Akasan? It's Blade GTR.
Oh, what's up, Blade? You on a train right now, or what? Like,
I don't know, man. You hearing something?
Yeah, I heard like.
Dude, my AC unit's on fast late, dude. It's about ready to die out before the summer's over. I'm sure.
Ah, okay. I need one of those too. Damn.
So, anyways, my question is, I got two. I'll let you pick the topic. One is the I don't know if you heard about the Kelly Marie Tran Rose incident on the New York Times.
No, what
happened? What her Instagram silence?
Yeah. What? Like, I saw a quick headline on that, but I didn't know what they were talking. Like, what did she do? What happened? She snapped.
Basically she's breaking like why she closed down her account and basically saying that she quote, I won't be marginalized by online harassment, and that like she's playing the whole like it's because I am the first like female Asian actress in a Star Wars movie that I'm taking all this flack, and I don't think that's it. No, I think it has a little more to do with her character and how it was portrayed, and that a lot of people just didn't like it, like the same thing they did with Jar Jar Binks. And
oh, that's interesting. Wait. So she's saying, to understand you correctly, she's saying that she was getting hated on because she's a Asian woman playing the role. Wait, what? That's why she felt like she was getting.
Much.
Huh.
Pretty much that she was, she's getting personally attacked, and for her ethnicity and everything else, and that people are, and it was true to a point. I mean, some people were attacking her directly instead of like her portrayal of a character.
Nah,
so,
yeah.
There's that, or there's the EA thing with Battlefield 5 and how that's like like the pre-orders are 85% less than what they were expecting.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
Wow, money talks for sure.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, I'll let you pick which topic you want to go on. I'll take it offline.
Either way, the Battlefield thing, I don't have enough information on that one other than that it's like things that's a little disappointing, but at the same time it's kind of like you got to think about the core audience of Battlefield to begin with. The people that are out there getting those pre-orders, I'm not too surprised that'd be like, yeah, I want to get it. Like, I'm not too surprised. I do, in some sense, I do feel like there is an overexposure of pushing women to the forefront of a story just for the sake, or pushing, not even women, just pushing diversity to the forefront of a story just for the sake of diversity, like just for change. I love one of my favorite games of last year or 2 years ago, and it's still one of my favorite today, is Horizon Zero Dawn, and that stars a strong female character, but her being female wasn't really that. I don't look at it as her being strong because she's female. I look at it of her being strong because she's a strong character, and I grew up with her in the game, and I saw her turn from a kid to this one of the greatest warriors, and we had adventures together. The same thing with Lara Croft. The same reason why Lara Croft is beloved so much is maybe in the beginning because she had some big ass titties, but over the generations, they reduced her titty size. They made her more of a survivor, and people still love the game because they still love the character. But that's development, and that's they didn't just suddenly switch things up, or they didn't just suddenly shove something in your face and be like, all right, well, it's a woman, so you need to enjoy, or something like that. So I kind of get where some people are coming from. Not everybody, because I don't think that's a pass to start going online and spitting out sexist remarks and what have you not.
Well, it was kind of a thing of Patrick Sutherland, one of the directors of EA, basically calling out the fans and saying that we're going to betray strong female in this game, and fans have the option whether to like it or they don't have to, they can not buy the game. And I guess a lot of people took that as a challenge. I see.
And see, that's another thing. That's also how things, how it's portrayed, how it's introduced to you. Because if you just put it out there and be like, fuck off, like that, don't buy it, then of course, yeah, people are gonna be like, no, like that. So I get that point as well, why people would retaliate against that. But personally, I've never been inclined to really buy a Battlefield game for a long time anyway, so it's no big deal. Like so let me take one of my more favorite franchises. If Assassin's Creed decided to make an all-woman type of game, I'd have to really see what the story is like. Like all Assassin's Creed games, I need to know how the background is, if the story plays out well. If they're just doing it for diversity's sake, then I'm not jumping in on that hype train. So, I think, and I also think that's one of the reasons people had a problem with Rey in The Last Jedi, or the new trilogy, is the fact that it's not necessarily because she's a woman, it's because everything came very easily. It came really easily, and it's somewhat similar to Robin in The Dark Knight Rises.
I agree. Strong characters are strong characters.
Right.
You don't have to put a gender on it.
Right.
If it's a strong character, that character's going to stand out on its own, regardless of gender or whatever.
Right. Like if I saw Rey go through some crazy shit and really go through some hardships, then I'd be a little more into her, so to speak. But particularly, as much as I love The Last Jedi, I do agree. The idea, like, I thought she was gonna get trained, like, super trained hard by Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, like Luke did on Dagobah in the originals.
But
he saw him struggling and like
right.
all this stuff, and he was like, "That's impossible."
She
She was like,
yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, that gets a little too much sometimes. So I get that point, but I also acknowledge that there is a huge demographic. There's a huge place out there of like, we talk about outrage culture all the time, but there's a huge section out there of people who just argue for the sake of arguing and won't let it go. So I actually prefer, more or less, the people that speak with their wallets, and they stay quiet, speak with their wallets, and they're like, nah, you know what, it's cool, you guys can do that, it's cool, I'm gonna skip this version because I'm just not feeling it, like that. The same thing with Iron Fist or whatever. But the people that will go on there and start insulting the characters, or the people that worked hard on it is that's a whole nother question. So, you know, that it is what it is. That's like same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. If I'm not really feeling it, I'm not gonna protest. I'm not gonna like every damn day say, fuck Disney, fuck everybody that is working on Volume 3, hire James Gunn back. I'm just gonna be like, nah, it's cool, it's not for me, and you will never see me react to it. I won't comment on it unless somebody asks me about it. But I'm just not. I won't. Yeah, that's it. I'm just voting with my wallet. That's it. Yeah.
Yep. You let the work speak for itself, and if it doesn't speak to you, then you don't pay to see it. That's the way it goes.
There you go. There you go. Don't. And you know, in regards to Battlefield, it's not like it's the only Battlefield game out there. So it's like whatever.
Right.
You know.
Well, that's the thing. It's 85%. The pre-orders are 85% less than what Call of Duty is doing. And Call of Duty is, you know, kind of taken away from it. But it's coming out in October, which
that's
Call
pretty
of Duty
bad.
Plus Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ah, that's pretty bad then. I don't know, because at the same time, I'm also reminded about this outrage culture that all these people out there boycotting Star Wars, boycotting Solo, and they boycotted Solo because they were upset at The Last Jedi. But in my opinion, Solo was the best old school Star Wars portrayal of the old school style of Star Wars that those fanboys were yearning for, in my opinion. When I watched that movie, I'm like, damn, this really feels like an old school Star Wars movie. And I think they did themselves a disservice by not seeing that movie. So, oh well.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, you got real quiet on that one. Like, hey, okay. Like,
no. I mean, Solo wasn't my particular brand, but I mean that's because all the drama with the production and everything else that happened.
I can see that, but I mean, for me,
that's why I didn't go see it.
Ah.
And even like when it started coming out, I checked it out. It wasn't really my thing. The ending was kind of, that little surprise ending was cool.
Yeah.
I like that. But for the most part of the movie, I was like, it doesn't really. It's Han Solo, but it's kind of a different type of Han Solo.
That's interesting. That's so weird because I felt the exact opposite. Like I really felt like that. Like they, Ron Howard really captured the old school style, the old school world of Star Wars better than the new trilogy, and it really opened. Like it really felt like I was in Disneyland or Tomorrowland, the Star Wars area, and like I really.
No, that I will give you.
Yeah.
Compared to the new trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is better than the new trilogy.
Yeah. So that's why I just felt like those that are so mad at the new trilogy boycotting the Solo movie, they did themselves a disservice because I thought that and Rogue One was really good for the old school fans. So, oh well. Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks a lot, Michael.
Later. All right, guys. Shout outs to the 33 people watching. Make sure you tell your friends about the hotline. They can call in and talk to your boy Akasan. Maybe we should change the settings in the future. I wouldn't mind doing it in the studio, sitting on the couch. It's a little bit harder to set up, but I might do that in the future. But this is cool for now. Let's go about 10 more minutes here or so. I want a drink. And I gotta do some editing for the YouTube. And I'm out of water. Shout outs to Blade GTR for hooking us up with these custom drinks, baby. Wow, so 80% down. I don't even want that to be a talk though. I don't even want that to be like a debate, like controversy or people talking about it, because that's the last thing. I don't know. That's the last thing I really want people to be talking about. It's like, oh, it doesn't sell well because it's a woman. I don't know if it's about that. It might just be the way they really presented it. Yeah, smash that like button. Plus, Detroit smash! Ha 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 ha! If Captain Marvel kills Thanos instead of Thor, yeah, sure. Money does talk. Money does talk indeed. But I don't play first-person shooters anyway, so not anymore. Not so much anymore. Callie just posted on Twitter. She's like, growing up, I wanted Superman to be my boyfriend. I bet you Dante will like that. That would be funny. All right. All right, y'all. I guess that's it for today. This was a long one, right? It's always hard when you're streaming by yourself in this frickin' heat, man. Red Dead Redemption? Nah, I've never played the original, so I actually just bought Infamous Second Son because it was on sale. So I'll probably be checking that out. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll play it today. There's this one project for Hulu that I really need to do. I don't know. We'll see. Call me up, guys. 213-674-6007. Cosplay as Spidey? Man, my fat ass cannot fit into a Spider-Man suit. Hell no. My ass cannot be fitting. Can you imagine me? I could barely fit into the My Hero Academia suit. All right, maybe last call today. Comics Plus, what up? Who's this?
Hey, what's up? This is Incredible Tom.
What's up, Incredible Tom?
Someone got back about like half an hour ago trying to call, make sure that you didn't close call early.
No problem, man. I'm glad you got in. What did you where are you calling from?
New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Jersey. I'll be there in about a month and a half from now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Visiting Tyrone.
I might hit him up. I talked to him a few weeks ago. I might swing on by, or I might go to Pennsylvania for the Struggle Nation. But we're New York Comic Con. That's the main thing, and then
I hear that.
We'll take it from there.
I hear that. But I actually had a call to talk about. I was watching behind-the-scenes footage of the Avengers Infinity War.
Okay.
In which, in the behind-the-scenes footage, the movie itself, you happen to see where Thanos happened to ask. No. Thanos was saying, "You're not the only one cursed with knowledge." From Tony asking, "You know me?" Yes. The behind-the-scenes footage. It actually shows a different take of which Thanos was saying, no, actually, Tony was asking, how do you know me?
Ah.
Thanos had replied, right. And Thanos had replied, I know your soul. So it kind of gives away about how he, it kind of wonders, does he know all the Avengers? And how well does he know them? Like, does he know their paths? Does he know their plans? Because I kind of wonder how did he know exactly where Vision was when he landed in Wakanda? Because he did know that the fight is in Wakanda, but he precisely just spawned right where Vision was when he was trying to hide. That kind of makes me wonder if he knows the plans of that, where he also knows the future plans of them possibly trying to, I guess with the whole rumor of Avengers 4 going back in time to redo the whole snap. So would they still be fighting him and another Thanos possibly in time back then, or will it be just him?
Nah, I think
story?
it's a nice theory, but I think you're just kind of, you might be looking a little too deep into it in terms of trying to put together a plot that may not really be there. I think it's really just Thanos is just that dude. Thanos is that dude that's like, nah, I know you because I know everybody. I know, like, everybody, to Thanos, everybody is beneath him for the most part. He admires Tony Stark, but at the same time, he still thinks he's stronger, smarter, better than Tony Stark. And he's just Tony Stark is just another pawn in Thanos's game in terms of strategically getting things. So in terms of popping up to where the other stones are, I think it's more or less just the same way where Squidward, the sorcerer, the dark sorcerer, and the fake Hulk is they popped up right where the Soul Stone is. That's just thematic timing. Other than, if they just show up in Texas, they're like, oh shit, where's the stone? I think they have intuitive thoughts as to where they can basically pinpoint where the stone is. I don't think it's that big of a thing. The same way where Thor knew exactly where the stones would be, where to show up in Wakanda and all that other stuff. So I don't.
Right.
Yeah,
because I just had that little theory that I did, and I just knew, like, from that little behind the scenes footage where he says, "I know your soul," I kind of just gave away, like, okay, so the Soul Stone is kind of like giving him, I guess, a little bio of who he's encountering without really actually engage in full conversation to find out who they are.
Nah, because he didn't even have the Soul Stone by that point. He didn't even have it yet when during that scene with where he was stabbing Iron Man, because the Soul Stone was.
The Soul Stone?
Wait, shit. Never mind. He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he took that afterwards. Yeah.
That's right. Gamora.
I just thought the whole theory.
Nah. I mean,
you
could say, in theory, I guess you could say that's part of it, but I wouldn't go that deep into because if Thanos knew all that shit was about to happen, there is no way he would allow himself to get almost murked like that by fucking Thor like that. No way, man. That he was hurt, and that dude is still hurt too. Like he didn't walk out of that one rinkety dinkety. He is still limping a bit. Like, yeah. So.
Yeah, I was just thinking that part too when he was just actually limping. So yeah, that's quite true. That's probably why they actually cut it out.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that whole thing somehow is going to come back, because that just seems kind of like very crucial to the whole story.
I would say as someone who does writing like that, I think, in my opinion, like the way there's certain timing and there's like a certain particular type of pacing that directors tend to go for. And even like if you go back and you watch the deleted scene with Gamora talking to Thanos, it's the same content. There's a little bit more to it, but it just doesn't flow as smoothly. So you just need to pick your words and your timing and your segue right to have a better flow and pacing. That's why it works so well. Like Russo's versus Zack Snyder or Tarantino or something like that is like dialogue is very important in terms of pacing. And for the Russos, almost everything, very similar to Nolan's work with The Dark Knight, is there's not one wasted line of dialogue, and that's because they really want to keep the pacing and going. So I get what you're saying, but I think it's more they more or less just picked the film version of it because the pacing worked a lot better. That's all.
Right, yeah, I could definitely, yeah, I hear that. It just, dang, when I saw that, I got really excited and hyped. That's it, right there, you got it. You all solved. It's half a year.
I mean, I mean, and I think that's another reason is like people would be going off of theories like that, just like the whole thing with fake Hulk, with the Captain Marvel colors around his the sash and all that.
I spoke to my brother-in-law about that.
You know, it's like.
Do you think that's really a Captain Marvel thing, or that was just something that they just want to throw in there to just?
It could be.
Mess with people's heads.
It could be. We don't know. I mean, we don't know. It's like it's the same thing if Ned turned around to Tom and said something, or to Peter and was like, "Hey, man. So what is reality?" Oh my God! It's Ned has the reality stone. It's like we could be looking into that all. We could be looking into that way too much all the time. So I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it too much like that.
Yeah, especially after just getting the DVD and watching it over a couple of times. It's like, yeah.
I'm telling you, if some kid in a Spider-Man shirt comes out with a Disney product with Buzz Lightyear and he starts saying something like "to infinity," everybody gonna think that's an Easter egg. So it's like.
It's funny you said it, because for some reason I always thought of them trying to say something like that in a movie somehow. I'm like, I just wonder if they're going to throw a Pixar line. I just want to hear somebody at least say "to infinity and beyond." Your best
bet is going to be Wreck-It Ralph 2 then. That's about it. I can't wait. If they like, they're doing great on the Disney princesses, but if they start throwing in some Marvel jokes, oh man. That's gonna be great.
They got to. It pretty much Marvel. It got to the point where Marvel is basically the new Star Wars of this generation. So it's going to get to the point where I think they're going to just do a whole lot of references, even in movies. I think a lot of movies are going to start talking about the Thanos season.
Absolutely.
Just regular, plain old movies.
Absolutely. Right on, man. Well, I appreciate your theory on the Soul Stone.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah,
like,
excited. It's too excited.
I mean, well, just think of it like this. This is why I didn't really want to get on the whole train about where's the Soul Stone deal, and everybody was thinking that the Soul Stone was going to be in Wakanda, because you build it up so much, you're disappointed when it doesn't happen. And in my opinion, I think we got a better scene out of Gamora, and we had a Red Skull coming back. I thought that was much better than it being in Wakanda. And I actually like the idea that all the Wakandans basically step forward just to defend. They cut a few scenes out to give a better idea of why Wakanda was stepping up like that. But I thought that was dope, is the fact that this white dude brought T'Challa all these problems again. And he's like, yo, man, for reals? Like, he's like, all right, man, mount up. Back it. like.
I mean, shoot, he had to think, man, it's either this or, bye-bye to half of the world.
Right, but
he was thinking, like, man, why is always every single major big problem in the world catastrophe comes back pointing to you?
He's like
that's
exactly.
I can see T'Challa looking at it.
Exactly. T'Challa's like, this is exactly why my father did not open the gates before. We don't want to deal with this shit. Like, but it's all good. I'm glad they stepped up like that. So.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man.
All right, take care, man. Wakanda forever. Peace.
You too, man. Wakanda forever. Peace.
All right, my friends. I think that's going to be it for today. I appreciate the calls. All right, we're going to take one more. Hello? Comics Plus, what's up?
Oh, I got in line.
Yes, you did. Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Akasan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, can you hear me good?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Okay, I'm the final call, right?
You're the final call.
Woo! Okay. Quick question. I didn't want to take your time up too much.
No problem.
You've probably been asked this before, but not in the same way. Recently, I've been wanting to take a trip to Japan. Really, really bad. But I'm hearing that being ethnic in Japan is a challenge. Currently, as we know, it's a scientific fact that white people's pubic hair doesn't curl the way ethnic hair does. Ethnic hair stands up in fright because it's afraid of oppression. So my question is to you, with the new generation of Japan, is it any better to be of the chocolate persuasion in 2018?
Well, being ethnic in any part of the world is a problem. It's always going to be a challenge no matter where you go. But there's always going to be some form of white is all right and black, we ain't going to have that. But it's just how you use it to your advantage and how you take those disadvantages and turn them to your advantage. So in some sense, getting jobs, living in another country, if you're of ethnic persuasion, you do have to be 5 times better than the average white person just to get that same job. But if you go to the clubs or what have you not, you're also going, your charisma is already increased tenfold. So in terms of pubic hair, I don't know. I don't go around researching people's hairs.
Well, you know, the watermelon always falls far from the tree, to white people especially. Okay, thank you for your call.
You're very welcome. Thank you for calling in, man. Peace.
Love the channel. It's the best channel on YouTube. Keep it up, bro.
I will. All right, man. Peace. What a way to end it, right, guys? All right. E-Bum Babe. Well, okay. That was a good way to end it, right? Watch out for them pubic hairs, guys. What an interesting way to end the call, but it's fine, though. It's fine. It's all good. We keep it interesting, right? Indeed, Edwin, we end it on a hairy note. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to definitely keep on doing this every week. We definitely want to get more people watching. That's for damn sure. I have to figure out if anybody knows how to get those little images in the titles. Like, you know, I want to get like a little telephone or something like that, because I think a lot of people actually don't know you can call in live, which would get more people watching and everything. That's the biggest problem with having primarily reactions on this channel, is that everything just kind of gets blurred together. And you've already seen that even my dedicated fans miss when I drop the Superman review, My Hero Academia review, when I talked about Ruby Rose a few weeks ago, when Imon came in as well. She was on the last hotline call-in. So it's a little tricky, man. YouTube is a little scary, bit of a scary place right now in terms of getting that information and notifications out there. Might need to start a mailing list or some shit like that. Or make sure you follow me on my social media with Twitter. Particularly Twitter, because I respond to almost every comment on there, and I retweet so other people can see my thoughts on certain things if we're not able to cover it in this particular section. And just trying to do a lot more things in the future. And we have almost all the equipment ready for New York Comic Con. in terms of going around doing interviews, I am going to be looking for an event hall somewhere, maybe in Jersey or New York. We did not get approved for New York Comic-Con, the panel. So that's a little disappointing because that would have been the easiest and most prestigious panel. To be honest, I don't know why they denied my panel. Because, in my opinion, Tyrone Magnus, Blind Wave, Echo Mog, and Armin from Comics Book Cast, he was on the thing. We were going to have this one guy from Instagram, The Real World Flash. I wanted him on there. And then somebody who you guys may not know him so well, but I really like his voice. Comics Explained. I like his voice. And then, of course, your boy Akasan. All on one panel talking about fandom and comics. I thought that was fucking gold. But apparently there are better panels to choose from. Even for New York. San Diego Comic-Con, I could see where we get kicked from that. New York Comic-Con, I don't know. But all I can do is keep pushing for you guys. So I'm going to look for an event hall. Ecomog, they have access to the YouTube space in New York. But they have an unfair copyright strike that I also have on my channel as well. So we can't really start talking to YouTube right now until our copyright strikes disappear, which is annoying. But that'll be next month, which is a little too close to call. You know what I mean? His strike and my strike goes away next month, but we're supposed to be doing an event in the month after around Comic-Con. So the YouTube space may not be able to work with us. And then that's a whole nother thing with copyright that really pisses me off. Is the fact that it's like, man, all you're doing is hurting yourselves by denying these services. It's not like we're intentionally trying to go out there and use illegal content or what have you not. You know what I mean? All they're doing is hurting ourselves, everybody, from not being able. There was a time when we couldn't even stream. Like Ecomog, they lost their streaming privileges. So what did they do? They ended up just going to Twitch. So now all the views that YouTube could have been getting through their consistent live streams, it's now over on Twitch. So if BBTV was available in New York, that would have been good too, but they're not. So and man, dude, and I'm not even gonna get into the money point, the money part of YouTube. Just so you guys know, YouTube alone is like 3 digits now. Shit is fucking crazy. 3 digits a month, which is like YouTube by itself. I was making more from YouTube 5 years ago, which is crazy, right? When I was like 7,000 subscribers, I was actually making more that way. But to be fair, it is summer, and at the same time, the kind of content that I'm focusing on is not really big numbers and usually gets claimed anyways by third-party people. So, oh well. We need more pubic hair talk. That'll get people tuning in. Yeah, we need a best of, right? Yeah, get on that, Clover. Get on that. Do another best of so people will be like, what is this show where you can call in? That's what needs to happen. Is there anything else I was going to talk about? Oh, so in the next couple of days, I'll be looking for an event hall, because my idea, everybody keeps on saying, let's just do like a stream, or let's just do a meet and greet at a bar. And I'm not opposed to that, but I feel like nobody really gets a chance to really enjoy online. Like all of us, It sounds like the beginning of a bad joke, right? Tyrone, Blind Wave, and Akasan walk into a bar, right? But you guys online won't be able to see any of that. So that's why I really want to try to organize something a little bit more. And then the hangout afterwards. I've done the meet and greet before in my own town, but online you guys don't really see that so much. And I want to bring that a little bit more to you guys. In fact, I'll show you guys a photo real quick. Me and Iman, me and Iman, we did a video a few weeks ago where we were interviewing these Japanese girls. Some of them are my students. And while we were trying to be serious and interview to give you guys more content, something different, just people kept on rushing the camera and we couldn't get like a serious interview. God damn it. Can you see? You can't really see my face, huh? Like my disgusted look. I'm just like, God damn it, dude. Oh, there you go. My face. And then another dude, like straight, thought he was all that and was trying to not fill up, or trying to get with one of my girls, and I was a little annoyed about that as well. Look at her face, dude. It's so fucking funny. God damn it. So, the point... come on. Focus, focus. There you go. Her face was like, nope. So, what was I saying? Oh, so anyway, so we had to scrap the whole interview altogether because it just didn't really work out so well, but you guys would have liked it. Me with my two bookends, they were filling up on my chest and all that. It was nice, man. And people don't realize how often I tend to get recognized out here in Japan, and that would have been nice as well, but c'est la vie. It is all good. We're gonna figure something out, man. We're gonna have fun for New York. I'll be going around interviewing people. I'm still trying to think of what I want to talk about, though. That's the bigger problem. But I'll figure something out, and hopefully my Earth X inspired Arrow costume will be ready by that time as well. I'm gonna be I'll be meeting Jason Momoa this Sunday? Yeah, this Sunday actually, so that'll be good too. The weekly Wednesday What's Up, I think I will, I'll film one today. I was going through some anger management issues and a little frustrated about some private things, so I didn't really want to rant about that stuff, and then I've been focusing on trying to bring Avatar back on a more weekly schedule. So let me film the weekly Wednesday What's Up next, and we'll take it from there. Okay? All right. And we've been at the beach too, so hopefully it doesn't get demonetized, but the thumbnail will just be this crotch photo. I've already got permission, so SJWs, don't fucking bitch. The thumbnail will actually be the crotch of this girl whose legs I split apart and I pushed her off hard. Anyways, make sure you look out for that video, okay? I gotta get out of this room, guys. It is sweating as it's so hot in here, man. I want to buy an air conditioner, but by the time I do that, it's probably going to start getting cool again. But with all these computers, I might need to get one anyways. For reals, man. For reals! Fuck it, I'm probably going to buy one. Alright? Okay, guys. I'm going to get on out of here. Watch that pubic hair, y'all. You take care of yourselves. I'm out. Peace.